Hello and welcome to this tutorial for the game Meeple Hope. You've ruined the planet and now it's time to escape the dying Meeple Earth to find another home. The story is bleak, but luckily the game is fun. And here's how you play it. You are going to play until one person has put all 4 of their meeple into the rocket. Then the game is immediately over and that player is the winner. That's it. Get all your meeple in the rocket and instantly win the game. Next, how do you play the game? You play it in rounds. You keep going round after round until at some point someone wins. A round is over when all the cards that the players have been used. Then everyone takes their cards back and you start the next round. Every player has all their 6 cards open in front of them. The first player chooses one card and places it open in the middle of the table. Then the player to the left chooses a card and places it on top of the other one. You keep going round the table until every player has placed a card on the deck in the middle. And then you go again, every player plays a second card. And after that you finish it by going a third round around the table. Now every player has put 3 cards on the deck in the middle and has 3 cards left on the table. So you haven't done anything with your meeple yet, but you've used your cards to plan what you want to do with them. You flip over the deck in the middle. One by one you take the top card and do whatever it says on the card. Now it's time to execute everything you've planned to do. When every card has been flipped over and done, they all go to the side for now. You finish the round by doing the exact same thing all over again, using the 3 cards that you have left on the table. First, one by one, you all choose a card to place face up on the deck in the middle, and you do that until everyone has played 3 cards. When you're done planning, you flip over the deck and start taking cards from the top to follow the instructions on the card. That's it. This is how you play Meeple Hope. When you've gone through all the cards, all the players get their cards in their own color back. You place all 6 of them open in front of you. The first player passes this first player ticket to the player on the left, and you start the next round. I'll explain each card in a moment, but first 2 important details. 1. You may never place a card on top of a card that shows the same action. You must choose a different card than the player before you placed. Only if it's your very last card, then you're allowed to do that. So 2 players can never perform the same actions twice in a row. 2. At the start of the game there is a certain number of meeple on the table. During the game it's possible to add one of the meeple from your supply to the queue in front of the rocket. But there may never be more meeple waiting in line than how many there were at the start of the game. For example, in a game with 4 players there will be 9 meeple in front of the rocket at the start of the game. That means for the rest of the game there may never be more than 9 people in this queue here. If you happen to play a card that lets you place one of your meeple in the line, you simply don't do it. And one last thing before I explain the 6 cards you have. In the middle you see this one black meeple. This is the president. It's possible for one player to be the president. That person only has this one meeple and a set of 6 black cards that are the same as everyone else's. and the president immediately wins when the black meeple goes into the rocket. So you can play this with 5 people. Alright, let's have a look at those 6 cards. What actions can you choose from when it's your turn to place a card on the deck in the middle? You play this card to add one of your reserve meeple to the queue in front of the rocket. It always goes in the back, and make sure it doesn't exceed the maximum number allowed. In case someone is playing as the president, you don't get to place your own meeple in line, but the president decides which player gets to add one of theirs to the queue. It could still be yours. When this card is revealed, the meeple that is at the front of the line gets to go into the rocket. Hopefully it's yours, but it's possible that it's the meeple from another player. If no player is the president, and it's the black meeple that goes into the rocket, then the player who did that gets to take one of their meeple from the queue and also put it in the rocket. There's this card. Whenever this is revealed, you place the rocket from this end to the other end. Now the direction has changed. You have this card showing an arrow from the meeple that's in front. As soon as this card is flipped over, the meeple that is all the way at the front has to go all the way to the back of the line. 2 more to go. You can use this card. You can see the number 1. That means you can choose a meeple to move 1 space forward in the queue. You can take your meeple, but you're also allowed to choose someone else's meeple. It's up to you. And finally, there's this card showing the number 2. That means you can take 1 meeple and move it up to 2 spaces forward in line. Again, you can move your own meeple or that of another player. Your choice. Those were all the 6 actions. Add a meeple to the reserve, put the front meeple into the rocket, move the rocket from one end to the other, whoever is in front goes all the way to the back, move a meeple forward 1 space, and move a meeple forward up to 2 spaces. We're done. This is how you play Meeple Hope. I'm sure you're very ready to give it your first go, and I hope you'll enjoy it. Thank you for watching. Feel free to leave a comment, and see you for the next one.